everyone, and welcome to week 4 of the British Esports Student Champs Cups. I'll be your host, Luca.
And I'm Alex Reese.
Yeah, let's get into it. It's week 4. It's going to be week 3.
Three.
Week 3. I'm getting ahead of myself. It's going to be groups B and F today. It's going to be exciting. So we're going to be seeing the SNC Rams again, the Derby Diamonds, Cambria Chimeras as well. We've looked at the stats, and they seem to have toppled SNC Rams from the top. They're now leading by a staggering 123 placement points in just 2 weeks, which is kind of ridiculous. Obviously, with Group B, we've got the other Derby Diamond team, so they're going to be facing off against each other. I don't think we've seen Group B before. We've got Hull Racers A. They were quite good last year. Yeah, I'm super excited. I think it's going to be great.
Today will be a good day. I'm expecting... Now, we're at week 3. Now, this tournament goes on for 5 weeks, and then we come to the finals lobby. And now that we're in week 3, this is kind of where we kind of start to see what teams should be making it into that top 20, what teams will kind of be battling out for that top 20, and what teams pretty much won't be in that top 20. So this is kind of the time where we're going to start seeing teams, well, we should hopefully start seeing teams really ramp up what they know. They've had 2 weeks now to learn the people in their group, because in each group there's 10 teams, and obviously if you're in a group, you're going to be playing with the same 9 teams every week. So they should know kind of how all of them teams play. If any teams do any research, they should kind of see who's the ones to look out for, maybe avoid a fight with, maybe not. Maybe you want to contest them and stop them from getting more points. Completely possible that one of our top seeded teams might not make it into the top 20. We are only halfway through, but you know, if you're halfway through in your first place, even if you do 2 bad weeks,
you should still make it.
Yeah, you probably will get into that top 20 still, although it is very competitive. There's only 20 places out of 60 teams. It's not too many spots.
No, it's not, especially if
to fight for.
If one group is really competitive, and those spots are going to be really hard for. Especially if some other groups, there's one team that dominates it completely, then they've got a great free entry.
Well, speaking of the points, we can actually have a look. So as we said, we're going to be watching B and F today on the broadcast. Every team and every group are going to be playing anyway, but we're just going to be watching B and F. We have the current first place team, as you said earlier, the Cambria
Chimeras. P1 with 123.
123 points. 1, 2, 3 in just 2 weeks of playing 6 games.
70 eliminations.
70 eliminations.
53 placement points.
But here's the thing. Looking at it, though, Group E, Bede Bears, a team that we saw last week and we highlighted last week, 72 kills. So I believe has the most in the whole tournament right now. But when it comes to placement points, they're a little bit lacking. So they're second, I believe, overall. Yes, they are second overall, Bede Bears. So they're the only 2 teams to make it to 100 points.
In the first 2 weeks.
First 2 weeks.
Last year, I don't think there was anyone with 100 points until
I think week 3. Week 3 is when
it was Gil
got in.
Yes.
I think. Going back quite a few months, jogging our memory. But yeah. Although there is one team I'd like to point out. One team that we saw in week 1 when we watched Group A and F. The SNC Rams. A team that was very dominant in that lobby.
They came
last week,
first, and
I believe they came second overall in that week.
Yeah.
But even though being a very dominant team, when we look at week 2's stats, they kind of fell off a little bit compared to what we saw in week 1.
Yeah,
so
and that could be
interesting to see what they do this week. They should be one of our top teams still, even though they might have just had 1 week that was, maybe.
Well, yeah, like it depends. They might have swapped some teams. Maybe the other team. Also, they might have swapped some players. Maybe the other teams are now going to recognize them and start targeting them. Just how overpowered they were in the end game with all their high-level shields and weapons. So they could just be getting, 3 teams drop down on top of them when they're stuck on pistols or no weapons and just taking them out. We did see that in the last game 2 weeks ago, where I can't remember who it was, but it was one of the top teams. They were dying super early because they were getting contested really early on and just getting wiped out. I can't remember who it was.
I don't remember either. I'll be completely honest.
Oh, it was the Sharks, St. Vincent Sharks. They were a top contender. They got wiped out very early on in the last game in week 1. As well as York Vikings. Yeah. Yeah.
Another team that doesn't seem to that we saw a really good performance from and doesn't seem to be doing that well anymore.
Yeah, Group A doesn't. Their highest points is 46, which is
Yeah.
actually quite low compared to every other group.
Either way, I think we should also give space to talk about our top two teams now in Group B, considering that's also who we're seeing today. ESC Squad leading their group with 84 points, followed shortly behind with the Hull Risers A team with 77. So there's not a massive gap when we look at first and second from B group. Although today we will see who comes out on top from both groups combined. We'll see who comes out on top from their groups together. I guess we'll see if ESC Squad continues to take the lead in their lobby.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll also see if Cumbria stay first place.
They're
in the
number
lobby.
one. Well, it seems that Group B is like a very contested team where all the kind of teams are around a similar skill level just because their point difference isn't that big. Like it's
Nah.
84, 77, 59, 42, 47, 36. So yeah, I'm interested to see if Group F, like S&C Rams or the Chimeras, can potentially, be consistently winning all of these 3 games to like make their point value explode. So
Also, I mean, that's another thing, right? These teams that currently aren't kind of in that top 20, now that we're at this halfway mark, like I said earlier, where we kind of see what teams will be making it in, what teams will be on kind of fighting for it, this is the time now. This week is probably the most important week that there will ever be in terms of deciding who makes that top 20. Because sure, week 5, the teams that are kind of, 15th to 25, that's going to be a really, really tough battle for all of them. But in terms of absolutely confirming, this is the week that you want to be really, really well in. So if you can't do well in this week, and if you have maybe a week of, struggles, maybe some issues come up, whatever happens, week 4 and 5 are going to be such tough hills to climb. You don't want that. Ideally, you just want to confirm your spot now. You don't want any pressure going into week 4 and 5. You want to relax. You want to learn as much as possible. In fact, to be honest, if you're guaranteed in that finals lobby, you want to take the next 2 weeks after this, basically just researching your teams.
yeah,
Seeing how they play, seeing where maybe they drop, how they drop, depending on the drop ship, how they like to take fights, how they move with the zone. There's so much stuff you want to take into consideration that if you want to win in that finals lobby in weeks 6 and 7, which seems very far down
away.
the line, but in truth, we're already in week 3.
Yeah, we're halfway
One
there.
felt like a few days ago to me.
Yeah,
So-
even last year, those games seems like they were definitely not more than like a few months ago.
It does.
Yeah, especially, if we're talking about halfway through last year, the last Student Champs Cups, a lot of the teams that were in the top 5 back then made it into the finals. So I feel like if you can get yourself in the top 5, then you're pretty much set, even though you're only halfway through. Especially in the last weeks, the 20 to 25 like ratings for teams was constantly changing every week because the point margins were just so small. There was like 1 or 2 points between each place. So yeah, it's really anyone's game, especially now, midway point, just like you're saying, it's a very important time to get as many kills as you can, high placement as you can. That's what it's about.
So we're going to be going into maps now. Obviously, we've been playing the same 3 maps, and we're not going to change anything. We're going to start off with E-District, the newest map to Apex Legends. Not my personal favorite, but as I've
One of
said
the best.
last 2 weeks, it takes the best bits from both World's Edge and Stormpoint, mixes them together, and creates what the beautiful map is of E-District. I mean, every time I've said how I feel like people should play this map, they grab it and they just throw it out the window, and it never goes like that. So
No.
I highly doubt it's going to go how I think it's going to go. But we should see more defensive, because there's quite a lot of open areas, especially in those final zones. We see a lot of open kind of spots for E-District. So we should be seeing the Newcastle still coming out. Last week, we saw a lot of Bangalore as well
Yeah.
for this.
I think the
So we'll
popular
probably
pick
see that again.
for last week, there was Pathfinder,
Pathfinder was a big contender.
Newcastle, Bangalore. S&C Rams were running Gibby, if I'm not mistaken. Well, that might have been first week. But yeah, if the maps ain't broke, don't fix them. So that's why we're keeping with the same 3.
Hopefully aren't broken. I hope not.
I hope not. Yeah.
That would be quite something. Either way, after E-District, we're going to jump into Storm Point.
One of my favorite maps.
Your favorite map. One of the best maps in terms of loot and rotations, which is why it's considered probably the best map. I don't know if E-District has taken that crown yet, but I guess we'll find out once the pros start actually competing in it.
Little do we know there's going to be some like broken rotation that just completely destroys the map.
Maybe. I mean, that hasn't happened yet. Apex maps are usually good if we ignore Broken Moon and Kings Canyon. If we ignore those 2 maps, we have a pretty good map pool in Apex Legends. So hopefully we can keep it that way.
Exactly, yeah.
I do hope. But yeah, Storm Point, kind of the same. We're going to see a lot of... although we're going to see quite a few earlier rotations, especially if the zone's pulling north, as we saw in week 1. Week 2, it did pull south towards the southwest.
Yeah, it was
towards caves. So that was quite nice. We saw a lot of teams we saw the teams on the southern side still rotating early, because even then, you still need to get into that zone early no matter where you are. Unless you're playing Edge, in which case you're just trying to kill everyone. In which case, you're probably not getting in the final zone anyway.
Yeah, you're just trying to get as much placement points as possible.
Yeah, you're trying to maximize your kill points. Whereas everyone else is going to be prioritizing their placement points. So that's kind of how World's Edge... sorry, not World's Edge. That's what we're going to next. That's kind of how Storm Point should go. We should see teams kind of rotating a bit earlier. We should see teams playing a lot more defensive. Storm Point can be one of those maps where you either need no defensive legends or you desperately need defensive legends. It completely depends on how early you rotate and what kind of spot you can get. You might be able to fight a team out of their spot if you have a very... strong contesting fighting team, but until then you're kind of stuck with whatever you choose to do. So, but yeah, World's Edge, my favorite map. Worst map for loot pool, worst map for most things in terms of competitive Apex. It's been in the pool for longer than I've been playing Apex in terms of competitiveness. It's quite an old map. Teams should know it. I love it. You might not love it. I love it. So that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're the 3 maps. That map compared to the other 2, very bad loot pool. So we're going to see some different kind of rotations. Usually teams will go for other POIs, maybe instead of the zone. Maybe they'll go for the loot vaults that are available in World's Edge, the little cargo bots that little fly around, the little bzzz.
Yeah, I feel like it creates more kind of, I want to say contests, but not really, because it's like in the middle of the game, like mid-game contests.
Skirmishes.
Skirmishes, where people are trying to secure that best loot, and 2 or 3 teams will rock up, and they're just battling it out to see who gets the vault.
Yeah, I mean that's the 3 maps we're going to be playing today in that order as well. So, like we said, nothing different to what we've seen the last 2 weeks. But the only thing that's different is we are watching 2 new groups that have not played against each other yet.
Yeah.
I haven't
We've
played
seen Group F.
We've seen Group F.
Group B is new. I'm actually quite excited to see them.
Yeah, I am too. We're just waiting on the last few teams to join the lobby, and then we'll be
Jumping
going
straight in.
Also, if you haven't worked out, we're hosts and casters today. We're back.
We're back. We're fully back.
Yeah, anyone that remembered us from last year, you'll know that this is what we did, and we're back doing it again.
And it's great, and we wouldn't have it any other way.
No, we are the best casting duo of Apex.
Which is the best casting duo in
Just
in general?
In College of Esports.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right down there. Or there.
No, it's over. Oh wait, that's my arm clipping. There we go. Over that way. That's where we're from. Yeah, we're just waiting for the last 2 teams to join now. We should be going soon. As we said, we're going to E-District.
Yeah, I can look over there. There's 2 teams missing. And surprisingly, there's 1 solo, 1 duo.
I mean, just from the looks of it, we can see most of the lobbies look full than usual. So
that's actually really good. That's really impressive. Yeah, since last year, once we got around the middle, groups started leaving.
Yeah. Last year, we can go down memory lane while we wait for them, I suppose. Last year, we would be waiting about 15, 20 minutes.
15, 20 minutes, yeah.
So it's really nice to see the teams. I'll give them a pat on the back.
Yeah, a little pat on the shoulder.
Thank you for joining the lobby a little bit faster.
Yeah,
this year.
More competitive this year.
And you know what? We love Apex Legends. Who
We
doesn't
do.
love
We love it.
Apex Legends? I love Apex Legends. I don't like the updates that they're doing, but I like the
But
game.
we love the game. The game is great. The game is great.
I don't like the current meta we're in. But that's not up to me.
Good old support meta. Well, at least, with British esports student champs cups. From what we've seen, a lot of teams don't actually run the meta. They just run whatever they're comfortable with and whatever they want to play, which makes it a lot more enjoyable for us. 'Cause it's not just triple support.
Well, that is the thing. That is why I kind of love casting this, because every team brings their own thing to the game. Every team has their unique ways of playing that we don't see in things like ALGS or Challenger Circuit, or even tier 2, tier 3 kind of scrims.
Yeah,
They all bring their own thing to the game that makes it unique.
Yeah, we can see a little sprinkle of Octane in there.
Of
course, that's my favorite.
Not Octane, please.
We see him every week.
Get him away from the game. Shouldn't be in it. You can play any legend you want, but if you're playing Octane,
Hey, what's wrong with it?
I have some questions that need answers.
How fast do you like to go? Yes. Pretty simple.
All right, here's the issue, right? Well, we've got a moment to spare. We might as well fill it. Here's the issue with Octane.
Here's the Alex rant.
Here's the issue with Octane. Is everything he does either hurts himself, hurts his team, or another legend can do it better.
Right, so what I'm hearing is that you're bad at the game.
You
just can't play him well. Yeah, that's all I hear. That's all I'm hearing.
You can have your own casting duo if you want. We were just said we were the best casting duo, and now we're being mean to each other.
Well, you're insulting my Octane,
I gladly insult your Octane. But hopefully we'll be going in soon. It doesn't feel like we're just waiting for the last few. Still, 1 minute.
1 minute till we're jumping in.
Is the
It's
guess
cut off.
that we've been told. So yeah, in 1 minute time, we'll find out
Going
where our
into-
players are landing.
Yeah, game 1, E-District. We'll see who they're picking.
And in about
What's going
20
on?
minutes time, we'll see who's won.
Great.
Yeah, it's perfect. That's Apex Legends.
Hey, that's
And
how it
then in
goes.
about 25 minutes time, we'll start Storm Point.
One point, yeah, they're
40
gonna drop down.
minutes.
They're gonna, run around. Little goblin hands grabbing all the loot. They'll kill each other. They'll run away from a scary circle.
This is why you like Octane, because all you do is steal loot. Either way, we're
I'm a
going
great
into
little
the
loot
game
goblin.
now. I got a thumbs up from our observers to say that we're going in. So we're going to be able to see what legends we're going to see going into this match. You're
Happy faces?
expecting some Octanes.
I'm expecting at least one
Newcastles.
Octane. That's what I'm going for right now.
We'll have to see how it goes.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a new producer and we're still getting in trouble for
For
pronouncing team name wrong.
No, just to spite you, it's gonna be Derby.
No, Derby.
Derby.
We'll never get it right, but we love them still. One of our favorite teams from last year. One of our favorite teams from this year.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going in. Here we go. We're loading in. We get to see and hear kind of what legends everyone is going to be playing. You're expecting some Octanes. I'm expecting some Newcastles.
Maybe a Pathfinder as well,
We'll
probably.
see how it goes.
Here we go.
There we go. So we're seeing, here's an interesting pick, the Revenant. Was not expecting that. As well as the Crypto, that is not a legend I would be expecting to see here. But everyone else is kind of what we expect. You know, there's the Pathfinders, the Newcastles, the Lifelines.
I saw a Watson there.
All of those kind of legends that we expect to see. And Watson is another legend we expect to see. Especially in Cups. I don't know why so many
Watson,
people love Watson.
Watson seems to be a very popular pick.
Watson is one of the most popular picks. The players are in. They are dropping out of the ship now.
And you know what? Let's see which team gets to have their hands on the cups.
Yeah, and we're going to see a central zone here on the E-District. That is what we love to see. Gives
Quite
every
rare, to be
team-
honest.
It is quite rare.
Normally, it's always west.
The reason why we love the central zones is just so that every team gets a fair chance no matter where they rotate, wherever they land, sorry. They get a nice, easy rotate in, and they get to do whatever they want, really.
Here we see. This is my favorite part of the game. Dropping down, running around, getting all the loot.
Your favorite, my least favorite, unless there's any contests, then I love to see it. But the beginning of the game always starts very slow. There's not too much happening. Teams are grabbing their loot, trying to get an early rotation, find out where the zone's going. All the basic stuff. All the teams will now know where the first zone is, which we saw moments ago. So they're all going to know it should be pulling towards that central point of the map. And we'll see how they go with it. We already got one team, the Griffins, already starting to make a rotation from their POI. They're actually leaving where they landed, going out of the zone. So maybe just trying to play edge, maybe trying to find an early contest. We don't know. And I guess we'll
I
find
think
out
they're just
later.
trying to get some loot, to be honest. They're trying to go into a place. They know they're a duo, so they're not going to be able to contest well against the teams with 3 players. So they're just going to try and go to somewhere more quiet to
Let's go over there.
pick someone up. ESC, this is the top in Group B. So yeah, I'm excited to see how they're going to play, how they're going to perform against the, Cambria Chimeras and S&C Rams.
So am I. They've already got the
Pretty good.
dual P2020. Not the strongest dual wield in the game, but a good dual wield indeed. They've already got up to blue, and the match has just started, so that's going to be quite good for them. And that was a nice little Revenant heirloom we saw there.
Very fancy.
I like the Revenant heirloom. Oh, they're showing it off for us. How nice!
Absolutely
of them.
beautiful.
Very beautiful. I think we have we do have an early contest with our top team from Group F already being cracked.
UV shield going down. But it
early-
doesn't matter. They're just running straight in there.
Yeah, the other players just running straight into the fight. The Gibby taking the back position.
Oh, going
Gets
down.
downed, although their teammate manages to find one, so it is a 2v2, but
Oh.
another has gone down. Our top seed from Group F might be going instantly from this match. The Gabby has
Gibby.
the Maggie has no choice but to run away here if they want any chance in building more points and confirming and sticking with their top seed.
Target over
So
there.
they're just gonna go for now. Cryptic, it seems to have actually taken them down. A team that aren't doing great in terms of the leaderboards. Only 34 points before this match. Already putting up a strong fight against the strongest team by points for now.
Yeah, that's a brilliant performance. I feel like Cambria Chimeras, they were just too aggressive there. Their Gibby was cracked and healing in his bubble, and the other two kind of just pushed in there, not knowing where the other legends were.
And they're still fighting. This Wraith taking down another player, getting another kill. And that's all you really need, right? If you're not one of these teams that are currently in these top positions, you kind of need to take some early fights and get those points rolling. Otherwise, other teams are just going to take over.
The beautiful thing, by the way.
Yeah, well, it seems like the Wraith's just going to hold down the fort. They have their Q, so they will be able to leave whenever they want. They're giving their teammates some room to breathe. So they should be fine, even though they've taken a little bit of damage. They should be good. No teams killed yet, although 3 players are out, as we started at
Contact with
51. We're now at the 40. That is up.
Ooh, beautiful.
Yeah, that was a really nice crack.
Gibby bubble goes down. Looks like they're going to push it.
I would if I was them too.
Oh, no.
Nice bit of damage from the Mastiff. Should find the
No.
down. Can't find any shots. Gonna have to TP out. Probably gonna heal up and let his teammates get one, which, I mean...
And they go down.
The Griffins are down. That was our duo that we saw at the start, unfortunately going down first.
Yeah.
18th place. Another team wants a
Yeah,
piece
MC
of Cryptic. This is going to be the 3rd team that wants to fight Cryptic. Only one has just about made it out alive.
MKC not getting any downtime here. Oh, it's ESC. They're back for second.
Yeah, they are back. They want some fighting done. They want to take out their other top contending team. They want first place in the seedings going out of week 3 into week 4. You can see one knock actually gets onto the lifeline. That is the one character you don't want knocked on your team.
Getting
And the
pushed.
snare comes out. Some big damage coming out of it, but not too much in making it, so the Gibby has to leave. Is going to throw a bubble for the teammates. Never mind,
no.
the Wraith has gone down too. Sorry, the Lifeline's gone down again.
This is
It's
not
a
looking good for MK
1v3.
Cryptic.
1v3 for Cryptic, trying to get an armor swap. Isn't going to be able to find anything. Tries
There's
to
one.
just get some damage out, but can't do it.
Wow, two teams down there.
ESC squad takes down the number one seeded team in this lobby, which is going to put them in a really, really good spot. The only other team above them before this week that's still in this lobby are going to be the Rams.
St. David's Fury also going down.
So many teams fighting really early on. I don't know why we're already down to 14 squads. The first zone has only fallen. We've lost nearly half the lobby already.
I think Cambria Chimeras might have managed to sneak out of there. I'm not sure what's going on.
And the Diamonds trying
Derby Diamond.
I believe they're trying to get some snipes in. They like this rampart. They've run it a few times now. So we'll have to see what they do, but they're just going to keep rotating in with the zone. Hull Risers have already lost their lifeline too. It looks like they're trying to play it stealthy. They don't want to get seen by the other team that are probably around them, trying to find them.
Oh, you can hear them. See, this is when Apex becomes a horror game.
Well,
Here's the Cryptic.
the Crypto, my favorite legend, although it seems like he's trying to get a banner, he's trying to get a UAV, trying to see what teams are around, maybe try and find a third party or two. Sees that there's one team not too far away. Now Newcastle also got cracked earlier on, so there was a team sniping. And here's our first place team, still alive.
Getting the respawn. I gotta say that's very well done by them.
Yeah, very well done. They are now back in the lobby. That's going to be really disappointing for every other team trying to take them over, especially if it's ESC squad. They were so close to taking them out so early, preventing any point gain. But now they have a chance to grab a few, maybe even the win, if they play it well enough. I mean,
They're dropping and now they're straight in fight.
The Catalyst already going down.
There's the Maggie.
Although the trade comes out on the Maggies, it's a 2v2 now. The Maggie has some beautiful shots in the back.
Oh, but they're just getting Newcastle running in.
It's just on that Newcastle now. He's just going to have to run away. The Maggie's going to have to kill. The Gibby needs to support where he can, although that should be the winning fight, if not just 2 kills on the board for Cumbria, despite losing the first legend.
Yeah, as soon as they dropped, they got straight into a fight. They're now all on blue shields. It's a brilliant performance. Never mind, purple shields now.
Yeah, purple shield for the Maggie, who's done a brilliant job in that fight. They knew that they were down. They knew they had to get a down. The Maggie being cracked call out came out, and then this Maggie, our Cumbria Maggie, jumps in and takes them out and just demolishes their shields and HP with the Gibby support. So yeah, they deserve to be one of our top teams despite having a rough start.
Here's the Octane, look at that.
Oh no, not the Octane.
Derby Diamonds A. Wait, is it Derby Diamonds 1 versus Derby Diamonds A right now?
It would be pretty funny. I would love to see that.
BTF,
That would be quite a fun battle. I can imagine they're playing in the same building.
Yeah, in the same room.
Same room, opposite each other. Shouting at each other. That would be quite fun. Either way, even though they got some early damage, it seems like they're not really wanting to take the fight. I don't blame them. They're in zone. Teams are going to start pushing him into them. Even though there's only 14 teams left. Cumbria are losing their Gibby. Although a res will be able to come out fine. I don't think anyone should be able to follow that.
Oh, what a knock there with the wingman.
Yeah, ESC squad are a reason showing that they are such a dominant squad. They take out Cumbria.
Cambria Chimeras, yeah,
Finally
eliminated.
taking them out. They are the team that they wanted out. So even though they got a few points on the board, Cumbria are now out. This is exactly what you want if you're ESC.
Yeah, they were the 14th squad out.
Yeah, they're only going to get a handful of points now. Like I said, if you want to get in those confirmed top seats, you either need to get a lot of points on the board or you need to stop the top teams from getting in points, and that's exactly what they've done.
Octane's going straight in there. No, running straight through.
Straight through. They're just trying to get a position in the zone. They're trying to get an opening on this other team, but it seems like the other team isn't giving it to them. The other team, I believe, just left. Seems like either way.
Oh, the Cobra Spitters here.
Cobra Spitters
Downing one.
but getting knocked themselves. just up to a teammates now. A 2v1, a
1v1.
Who's going to win it? The crack comes out from the Gibby onto the
down
horizon. One good PK shot here and they are dead, but they're using the knockdowns as cover. They can't find the shot. The shield has been re-amped. Just going to try and use the Spitfire to deal a lot of damage there. Just needs one good shot on them and they get it. Newcastle Tigers going out in the 1v1. A very good fight from them. Just couldn't find the last bit that they needed.
Yeah, he was dancing around all those dead bodies.
Yeah,
hiding behind the down shield.
Sometimes that's all you can do. And that's all you need to do.
With the Lycans here. Seemed like they took out one squad. Grabbing the loot.
Yeah, they're just grabbing their loot. Every team doesn't seem like any team wants to fight just yet. Every team's going to be rotating in. They're going to be leaving fights that seem unfair.
London Loud Delta team being eliminated.
Yeah, Delta team, London Loud Delta going down. Which means we're down to 11 squads of only Zone 3. This isn't that many for Zone 3, if I'm honest. Although, I'm hoping that only maybe a few more die in the next zone or two. I want to see a lot of teams in this last zone.
All Racers A picking out another team by the look of it. Red Shields already.
Yeah,
and that's down.
The Spartans going down in 11th. We're now down to our top 10. We're coming to about halfway through the match now as well. So we're kind of on track for, you know, how it should be going. But we'll see how this goes. The zone is pulling towards the middle south. I can see if I look over. And it's going to pull even more south, so all these northern teams are going to have to keep pushing down.
Ooh, Cobra Spitters seem to be in a great position for that.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like quite a few teams are already in this next zone. There's only a handful that aren't.
Oh, here we go. Look at that damage. Just absolutely shredding through those shields.
I mean, that is kind of the strength of the ult. But a lot of damage comes out for them too. They got hit by a Maggie ball. They're just going to have to disengage here. They shouldn't really be fighting that. Never mind. I mean,
DC Warriors going in.
Want to fight.
That's one down. One and up.
First down.
With the Pathfinder. Oh!
No, he knows what he needs to do. He knows he needs to back up a little bit. That Thermite's going to do quite a bit of chip
He's trying to get the flank. That's 2 knocked. And that's 3.
Find it. Although they're down to 1, they're going to be able to revive, but they need a very quick reset.
No.
It doesn't matter. The Warriors go down, but they do manage to kill the other team, which means they're going to keep some points on the board that they wouldn't have got otherwise.
This way, let's go.
Derby Diamonds too. Just hiding in the reeds.
Yeah, just going for a little swim, dipping their toes, making sure they stay cool.
Yeah, they're trying to cool down. But, you know, the arms are shaking, knees weak, arms are heavy. They're in the water trying to clean the vomit off their sweater already. Just waiting to get home to that mum's spaghetti. Ash is nervous, but they look calm and ready to drop bombs.
Well, I mean, they're currently fighting another team. They're dealing a lot of damage. 2 cracks, 1 on Gibby, 1 on Bangalore. They should be pushing this. They should get another 3 kills on the board, and we should be going down.
They're not letting
go.
go.
Shoots a plant by accident. Probably thought that was the Gibby. Now, this is not a great spot.
They've only got 1 shot.
Reset. That's a stick.
Oh,
that is a stick
beautiful.
of a Thermite. That is going to be quite a bit of damage on that.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, yo.
Beautiful knock onto the Bangalore. Beautiful knock onto the Gibby. It's a 3v1 on the Lifeline, who's also cracked. The Ash is going to have to lead. But they should find that kill. I believe they did.
Yeah, I think that was the Loughborough College Lycans. OFC going down as well.
Quite a few teams dying on this rotation here. That's
just
not
6 left.
Great for them.
And they found another one. ESC is just wave after wave.
They're proving to be that they want to be the top-seeded team. And they're showing it right now.
And here's the Rams.
Yes, the Rams. The team that we praised a lot in week 1. Didn't see too much out of in week 2. So we're interested to see if maybe the week 1 was just a good week, or maybe week 2 was just the bad week. We'll find out today which one that is. But yeah, they seem to be alive. They seem to have a bit of damage, maybe some kills. So we'll have to see how they continue. But, I mean, so far, our top-performing team has to be ESC Squad, proving that they should be the top-seeded team after this week. Will they get it? We'll have to see how they keep performing after this. But based on their performance so far, my prediction is at least top 3. I think the only way that they don't get that is if they get third parties really early
Some
on.
beautiful shots there with the L-Star.
Indeed. Although they're not in a great spot, I will admit. They're quite in the open. And they don't have a Newcastle to defend them with that, so they might have to take a fight. That is so
Bad, yeah, they're going to get pushed
bad.
here. The Ashe is going to have to come back or try to...
No,
Try
I
to
don't
flank.
think they're going to get pushed, but if they got knocked there, I think that would have became a 2v3. They should have pushed it if they did.
ESC is scareful of the pincer here. Cobra Spitters A still alive.
Yeah, a lot of teams just waiting for that round 5 zone to close. It's getting quite small, especially for 6 squads. Everyone's going to be kind of, I mean, a bit fighting each other.
There goes the Gibby shield. That's a bit early though, I think. Ooh,
Way too early. Yeah, a lot of teams are just trying to get into this last zone, trying to find a position where no other team can shoot them, although it seems like only a handful of teams have that.
ESC going to be pushing down here. One's cracked. And this Ashe down one. ESC in a really bad position because if they push them, then the team that's above them is going to rush them. Just going to, you know, it's just how it goes in Apex. In this final ring, the first team to fight are going to go down. Because every other team is just going to converge right on them. Never mind, ESC rushing straight in there and going down.
ESC, they decided to take a fight and it did not pay off. So my top 3 prediction went wrong because they decided to push a team that probably has the best spot in zone right now.
There's the fly already cracked.
Yeah, the crypto drone going down early, although if they have the right upgrades, that should come back before the next zone starts closing.
I'll raise the
13
camping out.
players in these 5 squads.
I'll
We'll
raise
have to
this.
see what happens in these last fights. Who comes out on top? We'll find out in about 2 minutes' time.
5 teams left, 13 players, which means there's either one solo or 2 teams with 2 players. Here's a fight. Newcastle about to go down.
That is an early down for the Newcastle, though. They do have the Gibby, so that will be a nice, easy reset unless they get pushed. They do get the
There's the
reset.
crypto.
EMP comes
They
out.
can't get it off.
The EMP doesn't destroy Gibby bubble anymore, so they still have a little bit of room to work with.
Yeah, managing to res. They're just going to run back inside the building.
Every team just needs to not fight. That's all you
Oh.
need to do. Stay alive as long as you can. Only fight when the zone forces you to fight.
Whole race is being forced out of their corner.
Yeah, well, they have a little bit of time before then, but they will have to jump out. They choose to jump out early. They're trying to get in. They use the lifeline ult for defense. That is a really good use of it. And it does actually allow the Rampart to set up too. That is a beautiful use of the lifeline ultimate that has just come in with this season. And it's a beautiful way of working with a Rampart as well.
Pathfinder trying to rotate but getting hit.
They're taking so
Oh,
much
no.
damage. One of them gets knocked. Although
But
there
Spitters
is
are getting
so much
third-partied.
going on, everyone
There's
is
the
just
Revenant
trying
ult.
to shoot as much as they can.
Trying to finish but can't hit
Kills.
him.
There we go. Pole Risers go down in 5th. The Cobra Spitters managing to get a revive. The Diamonds going down in 4th. We're down to our top 3. 9 players left. The Gibby ult is coming down too, raining mayhem among these last few teams. So much damage is coming out. No one's able to find any downs yet. There's the first down of these last 3 teams. And
Getting the
there's
high ground here.
yeah, there's another crack. There's
That's
another
down.
team gone.
SNC Rams down in 3rd.
This is looking like Cobra Spitters A's match to win. Can they finish it out? They've done so well so far. Best position going into this last zone. All they have to do is take a little bit of time to heal up, deal some damage on this last team. They
There's
get the
one
first
down.
knock. Will they be able to find the rest? They managed to
Cobra
find the second, and they
that's the
find the third.
Cobra Spitters A getting the win in game 1. They were standing on that box, you know, looking down at the other team saying, don't try it. Other teams could do nothing but just watch themselves be taken out.
A really good performance from a lot of teams there. I wish I could
Let's
get
just
the
get it
scores,
in.
but
Yeah,
my
me
website
too.
isn't working. We'll probably get scores in a moment. The website currently just isn't working.
There's some beautiful last fights there. Who was it who used the lifeline ult into setting up the rampart?
I don't remember.
I don't remember, but
So
they were
many-
against Spitters, but
So much stuff.
beautiful use of
happens.
abilities. It was.
Yeah, so much stuff happened so quickly. That was quite hard to watch. If anyone could follow along everything that happened, you should be playing in these
Yeah.
matches because that
should
is
be
the
proud of
kind
yourself.
of stuff that we like to see here in the cups.
Yeah, I think all of that big brawl at the end there started off by ESC rushing that team up at the top and getting taken down.
Mm.
And it just, it gave the other teams just a little bit of room to maneuver around and get into their final positions.
And here we go. The scores have finally worked.
Woo.
We can see that the Cobra Spitters coming in first for the first match with 22 points, 10 kills. That is the most in the lobby.
SNC Rams in second.
Yeah, with not.
Oh, in total points. Sorry.
Yeah, this is in
Sorry,
total
yeah.
points.
9 kills. Placed third for a total of 16 points. And TSC Apex 2, 15 points with 6 kills.
Yeah, and I mean, even though they had 8 kills on the board, ESC squad with only 11 points because they died a little bit earlier than they probably would have liked.
Oh, it was Hull Raisers that used the...
Oh, we can see the
Oh,
scoreboard
there we go,
in
look at
match. This has this just shows the kills and what placements they had in the match. It doesn't show you the total points. We have the total points on our screens in front of us. But yeah, as you can see, all of the team comps that were played. We can see all of the kills that every team managed to get and what placement they got in the match. Very well done from all of them. The only thing I would like to see more of is ESC squad. They were such a dominant team. They had so much going for them, and they just decided to push when I don't think they needed to push, really.
No, I mean, maybe we won watching them and they managed to get a crack on one of them. But yeah, they kind of just seemed to push out of nowhere.
Yeah, that is kind of my assumption, is that they saw that they maybe had some form of advantage, maybe not, but I think the best thing to do there was either wait a little bit, see what else is around, see what else they could do, maybe push a different team.
They might have been
There's an
scared
option.
that someone was going to try and flank them because they were very open from behind.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's look at some of the stats. Top kills of that game was Wraith Zulu with 5, tied with Hayes, and tied with Hyper Igniter with also 5.
Yeah, I mean, Hayes, I remember from week 1, was one of our top players in terms of kills also, and damage. So it's nice to see that they're still doing
And
that
you know what?
performance.
They're still there with Hayes top damage with 2,600, followed by Zavster with 1,910 and Hyper Igniter with 1,858. So yeah, big damage. Not a lot of kills though for all that damage.
No, I mean, that's a kind of a good thing, though. It means that the whole team are doing their part, getting the kills on the board and doing all of that. And then there's also the fact that it also just means the kills are a lot more distributed between all of the teams.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as you could see, I'm not surprised with the damage because that game was pretty much from beginning to end was just constant fighting.
It seemed like it. It seemed at the very start, no teams wanted to fight, no early contests. And then every team with the really, really early rotates all decided just to fight each other in one spot of the map. Don't know why, I don't know how, but it ended up
But it
happening.
happened.
And I mean, it got SCS squad a lot of kills early on, and it also just, it allowed them to get some early damage, some early better shields, but in the end it didn't pay off because the Cobra Spitters managed to take it.
Yeah, they were holding the high ground right there at the very end, just shooting down. I gotta say, it was probably the best choice they made, considering that the two people they were facing, had rampart shields blocking every other, and they could just, get onto the boxes, look down at them. Yeah, it was just beautiful, beautiful gameplay.
Yeah, well, next map we have will be Storm Point.
Yep.
As we said earlier, one of the best maps in the game. Don't know if it's been taken down yet by E-District, but
this
we'll
map.
have to see. And
Yeah, I'm not sure which map I prefer.
No, I mean, obviously mine's World's Edge. I grew up with World's Edge. It's the reason why it was my favorite map, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should be going to a break now.
Yeah, I think
we had some issues. Yeah, we're going to go to a break now. We'll be back in a couple of minutes to see how that Storm Point match goes.
Yeah, we'll catch you back for game 2. And welcome back. Just a short break, but
A little breather.
a little breather.
Needed that breather.
Us to, drink our water, get ready for game 2, Storm Point.
Yeah, game 2. As we said, it's going to be Storm Point. Well, as you literally just said, and we said before the break, Storm Point, one of the best maps when it comes to loot, one of the best maps when it comes to rotations, one of the best maps kind of overall. Its whole game design, its whole how it was made, everything about it is mwah. The only thing I dislike about that map is the fact that if it's ever a North Pole, every Southern Zone team end up fighting very early or rotating way too early so that they don't get much loot and then get bullied by the Northern teams. So
Just how it is.
that's the only issue I have with the map. Past that, I think every map is quite good. They all have their unique features. And that's kind of what makes this map unique. It's a massive hill with some lakes in between.
Yeah.
If you want to go swimming, you can. If you want to go skydiving, you can.
It's it's a great map with, perfect holiday resort, bunch to do.
It's got some dinosaurs.
That's true. But anyway, let's get to the
Spiders.
standings after game 1. So currently in first place is the Cobra Spitters A with 22 points, S&C Rams with 16, TCS with 15.
Keep going.
Okay, keep going. ESC Squad with 11. 5th is Hull Racers A. 6th is CC Warriors. And then I think it was Derby Diamonds facing off against each other. Derby Diamonds 2 in 7th. Derby Diamonds 1 in 8th. Yeah, pretty much it. MKCC Crypto getting taken out early. As well, with Cambria Chimeras getting taken out in 12th. They only have 3 points.
And while we're at it, we might as well talk about it. We said that last time I believe there was 10 out of 18 Newcastles. Last time we saw at the E District.
Mm-hmm.
This time we saw only 5 Newcastles. But we have seen 9 lifelines and 7 Pathfinders. Kind of what we expect. I mean, I do like to see the range in Legends. Like, we've got some people playing Catalyst. We had a Horizon, an Octane, a Conduit. We had 2 Watsons, 2 Ashes, 2 Ramparts, 2 Cryptos, 2 Revenants, and then a few more of everyone else. I like to see that. We like to see a range of legend picks. That's what we love to see. That's what I love to see. But obviously, that's just E-Districts.
That is, we'll have to see what's going on in Storm Point.
Yeah, we'll have to see what goes on in Storm Point. I don't know if there's any other stats we could really say. I can.
Only 1 octane, sadly. Come on, guys, got to bring that number up.
I don't think they do. I think I think that's we should stop playing Octane. But that's just me. I mean, I'm not the one
you.
playing in these competitions.
Yeah.
None of our top teams are playing Octane. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying they're missing out. All right.
Maybe. Well, I mean, clearly, Lifeline, Pathfinder, Newcastle seems to be
The meta.
always the top 3 whenever we play in the cups. No matter what groups we see, what teams, what players, it always seems, even maps, always seems to be Lifeline, Pathfinder, Newcastle.
Or Gibby.
As
Gibby
our-
is
as our
is
mains.
also.
Yeah,
Actually, Gibby and Maggie are matched.
Yeah, Gibby, Maggie, and Bangalore usually are kind of the next kind of 3 that we see in cups. But our top 3 consistently has always been Lifeline, Pathfinder, and Newcastle. So it'll be really interesting to see how that continues progressing. And I'm also really interested to see if anything else happens really with the teams, because at the end of the day, playing the meta is good.
But it's
the
not
meta
fun.
for a reason. It's not currently not fun.
Yeah.
Some metas are fun. I think Gibby's still the most fun meta. Back when it was Gibby Wraith, Watson was probably my favorite meta.
That was a good meta.
You probably didn't even play the game back then. That was
Oh, I did.
that was before Stormpoint came out.
Yeah, I played Apex on release.
Watson wasn't out on release, nor was new Gibby meta.
I know, but I played since release.
I'll have you.
Yeah.
I'll
Thank you very
I'll
much.
quiz you later then on your knowledge of Apex as it's grown.
It's
in
not going to be
years.
very good.
No, it won't.
All right. We just got told we're going to be going in soon. Still missing 2 teams, but it seems that all the other teams have filled out. And yeah, get to see what they pick for Game 2 Stormpoint.
Yeah, I mean, I can see now that we should be going in shortly.
Yeah.
Should get to see, as you said, who we're going to see. Here we go.
Going straight in there. See if we still see the same metas.
I mean, we should be, yeah.
Lifeline, Maddie,
Lifelines,
Bangalore.
Yeah, we're going to see the
Newcastle.
same as. I mean, at the end of the
Lifeline.
day, if it's also a comfort pick for you, then
Yeah,
you
then
should
it's fine.
kind of be playing them. Like, I still play Crypto, even though he's basically the worst legend in the game right now.
Right, yeah, we saw that. Same kind of picks. A lot of Lifeline, a lot of Newcastles, a lot of Pathfinders. Yeah, I'm just excited to see what's going on. See where people are dropping.
So am I. We're going to see shortly where everyone's dropping. Oh, I've just seen that map. It's going to be a northern pull. I mean, it still could pull south.
Yeah, it could go around
It
Stormcatcher.
could, but I mean, I'll be honest, my guesstimate is going to be, yeah, it's going to pull back towards Stormcatcher where we saw in week 1.
Hmm.
I'm not a massive fan of that because we've already seen it.
Yeah, well, it seems like there's also a lot of teams dropping north as well, which is going to be good. Normally, especially last week, it was just south, 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 south drop.
Yeah, that is true.
Cobra Splitters be here. Yeah, looks like they're going to try and contest the Derby Diamond. Derby Diamond.
Everyone's just landing. Like we said, there's not much they can really do. We're playing dropship rule set, which means everyone has to actually drop where they want to land.
Mates, that's
So
one
some
side
teams are
of
going to
the
land earlier than others. Some teams are going to land later. Some might not even be able to
Extended
make it
heavy
to their
mag here.
POI,
Level 1.
depending
Peacekeeper
on
here.
how the dropship works. Either way, every team should be in now. Every team should be grabbing their loot. Should see where that first zone is. If they have any legends that can use
Thank
a console, then they should be good to start rotating to zone 2. I can see just over, if I look over to our observers, I can see the zone is pulling really far north.
Yeah.
So that's not going to be good for us. Oh, well, that'll be good for us. A lot more fighting is going to outbreak, but the zone's
we
going
go.
to finish where this fighting is happening.
Cambria Chimera's taken out once. Look at that. Beautifully done.
And they take out the Diamonds, the second Diamonds team. So that is quite good.
Yeah, they now have that
Yeah, they
POI to
they
themselves
didn't
now.
have as much struggle as they did before. They've managed to get themselves some early kills on the board, and that's exactly what they need. Now they just need to survive as long as possible.
they're just looking at each other through the door. Ooh. Cambria Chimera is getting into another fight. I think that's 2 down. Trying to find the last one. Missing everything. Getting cracked though. Boom. St. David's Fury taken out.
Yeah, they've managed
Cambria
to pick up,
Chimera is becoming the kill leader.
yeah, they managed to get 2 teams out of the lobby, landing at my favorite POI,
Master Pierre.
Sita.
Quick over there.
I mean, it's my favorite POI because it's where I used to land when I used to compete in Apex. Very good rotations, no matter where the zone is. You kind of centralize. Very good loot. One of the newer POIs to the map compared to others. So that's quite good if you ask me.
Yeah. SNC Rams here with a pretty decked out R301. Ooh. I don't even know what he's aiming at. I didn't even hear anyone. Never mind, there's someone there.
Yeah, they all seem to fight. Wait, I think I might have got POI names wrong. I can't lie, it's been a long time since I played this map. Been a long time since I played Apex, to be honest. Either way, they're kind of just seeing where the enemies are, trying to get some early chip damage on each other.
Pushing up with the Newcastle.
Yeah,
Nade's coming in though. Oh, what a nade. That was beautiful. Hitting the lifeline and the Newcastle at the same time. One's already down.
He lost one. Some nice damage with the devotion, but they're just going to have to leave. They've lost Hayes, who's one of our top players in this lobby. Yeah, they just have to run. They have no other choice. They need to get a reset if they want more points on the board. They got quite a few in that first match. Maybe this is where the issues start. We saw that they had really good week 1 on E-District, and then every match after that it kind of fell off.
Oh yeah, the Newcastle's still getting hit.
Yeah, so
Are they trying to fake taking the teleporter?
it
or the
seemed
launcher?
like it. I don't know why only one would take it. Maybe a bit of a miscommunication. But either way, it seems like they've escaped. The other team don't seem to be chasing them too much. They're actually running into another team. They're running into Delta. That's not good.
Delta already with the legendary helmet. That's not bad for them. And the legendary longbow as well.
Oh, it's ECS squad. They're the team chasing now.
ESC.
Oh, did I say that wrong? My bad. ESC.
Oh, what a kill steal.
Yeah,
Angry.
finisher. Oh, there's the finisher. There's the Bangalore finisher. Killed by smokes. Going down. It seems like Delta now is finding themselves in a fight towards the mid of the map. That is really.
I think this is them. Yeah, that's them versus Ram.
This is not good for anyone. Like we said, all of the southern teams will be fighting early because of
Because of the
really
zone.
north zone pull. It's crazy how far that zone is pulling north. It's pulling towards launch.
Here we go. Cambria Chimera's
Lightning.
in another battle.
Yeah, I mean these are why these are the top teams, right? They know how to get fights, know how to get kills. I hear a finisher going off again.
Optics here.
That's at
Yeah.
least 2 finishers gone off in this match.
I could use that.
I don't like that.
Seems like they're using the Loba here to scout out all the loot.
Yeah, I mean right now they're just trying to hunt down this Gibby, trying to get that
Doing that early
kill.
TP to catch him off guard, and there it is.
And there it is.
Boom.
Cryptic
MKC
going
Cryptic.
Down to 15 squads, and the first zone hasn't even closed yet. Why are we seeing
You would be wise
so
to
many
follow.
teams fight so early? I am not entirely sure.
I don't know, but you know what? You got the ESC with the legendary longbow.
Yeah, using the new passive that Lifeline has, where they can kind of glide whenever they fall. Some really nice damage coming out from the Ash.
Let's relocate there.
And that's kind of what we like to see. But
I'm not sure who they're fighting.
I mean, either way, they're just going to disengage now. There is no point to that fight, realistically.
Yeah, they're both in zone.
Let's go over there.
An opponent. They're far away. Never mind.
Here's one of the duos.
Yeah, I mean...
Maybe in chase. Downstairs. ESC. Zavster taking out London Loud 2. I feel like ESC have been chasing around London Loud for a while now.
I mean, what team haven't they been chasing?
That's true.
They
That's
seem to want. They seem to want to fight
Collecting
every
loot
single
there.
team they come across, even when the favorite isn't in their side. So I mean, I'd really hope that you know they continue having such a dominant performance. I want to see them win a match, mostly because you know they should be winning a match, but that's just me.
That Loba, some beautiful shots there. I really thought they were going down.
I mean, they've knuckled it down to a 3v1. A crack comes out. There should be the kill following as well.
Yeah,
And there it is.
What's that?
Lycan's going down.
Loughborough Lycan's going down. Mara won't be happy.
No.
Let's go that way.
Let's displace there.
Yeah, I mean, we're just in this state where teams are finishing up their fights. They're now going to start rotating
Upgrades
again.
locked and loaded.
They see, every team will see that this zone is pulling very full.
Hull Raisers A getting into quite a big brawl, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, this is where the zone is finishing, so this is really good for them to take now.
Trying to get that Newcastle. One
I
down.
believe they're fighting the team that won last game as well. I believe.
Look at that dodging.
It's the same cosmetics. I'm fairly sure that is Cobra Spitters losing 2. The third managed to get out. Hull Risers with the Horizon pick. I think this is the only one playing Horizon right now. Manages to take out the
That's
last
the
match
ESC
top team.
versus who we just saw. Taking out. Downing and finishing. Western Wave Riders being eliminated.
I see someone
12
over
squads
there.
left and the second zone is just closing.
Yeah, I can't lie. I don't know why so many teams. I mean, I do know why all the southern teams are fighting, right? But we're seeing a lot. Even the northern teams take fights, and I have no idea why they would be doing that. It's not kind of what you want to do on the north side. You want to kind of get a spot and then stay there. But I mean, if your objective is to just fight teams, then
Oh, what's that? 4 teams right there? Loba's
yeah,
being cracked.
either 3 or 4 teams, yeah, all just fighting there, all doing what they can to get some damage off. They're all going to kind of hold each other out of this zone that's pulling so far off.
Oh yeah. Cambridge's just going to hold this, and any south team trying to run up this hill is just going to get absolutely, triple peak.
Yeah, this is not.
Oh, it's ESC. ESC versus Cambria. Looks like they're they're going to use their evac.
They know the spot. That's a very secret spot that not too many people know you can place the balloon there. So they're just going to start rotating, probably towards up. Yep.
Oh, but they're going to go straight into another team, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Yeah, they can see him right there. Oh, they're going straight into Cambria Chimeras again.
Yeah, we're going to see a massive fight come out now from 2 of our top teams. Some first 2 shots come out. The first crack has come out also, and the first knock. ESC.
ESC and Cambria. One knock. The Ash crack though. Oh no.
The
Looks
Ash
like it's
becomes 1. The shield back just about comes
2v1.
out. ESC are on the run. It's a 3v1 now as the res came out. ESC not in a great spot. The Cumbria's taking revenge from last game. Nearly wiping them out. 1 remain, just the Bangalore.
Are they going to try and... Oh no, they're crafting them and then they're going to leave.
They're instantly crafting the banners, so they might be able to get a reset. Depends.
So I'm surprised they're not pushing. Yeah, I would. If I was Cambria, I'd be pushing like crazy.
Well, they are pushing now. Will they be able to find that Bangalore? They do need to get this team killed if they want more points than them.
Hull Raisers A finding themselves another target.
I mean, we're kind of
Dropping straight down. The Grav's going up.
a lot of damage. There's the first knock. Holrise is having such a strong fighting performance so far.
Oh no.
Horizon gets
2
knocked,
down.
They do take the fight win against Newcastle Tigers.
ESA Griffins
looking to
here.
rotate up as well now. Quite a few teams on this side of the map also. Either side of this hill as they cut the both ways to get up.
Looking for intel right now.
Contested. Yeah, every team is just trying to get into zone more so than stay in the zone right now.
Ooh. Cambria getting another kill.
Yeah, these top teams deserve to be top teams. Like, that's all I'll say.
Let's check
Oh,
out that way.
definitely. Cobra Spitters, the winners of game 1. Currently, only one left.
Yeah, I mean, they managed to get a revive. It seems like they got taken down. One of them got taken down on the way into it. They're gonna have to take 2v3s now in every fight, and they're pushing up from the zone as well. Really bad position for them. Either way, Holrizers, a team that have such a dominant performance so far, taking down 2 full squads. They're going to be trying to take another engagement, but it seems like they're choosing not to. I don't blame them. I think they should just be trying to get into the zone.
Yeah.
Trying to get a decent spot. And, I mean, in fact, it doesn't even seem like they're trying to go to zone.
GSA Griffins.
Yeah, they're taking a fight. Some nice PK shots. We do find enough. We do find damage, but
Oh.
it's not enough.
Newcastle going down.
Going down. That is not the character you want down at all in these fights. But,
Oh,
I mean,
just
even
missing
then,
there.
every player just seems to be trading with each other on either team. Newcastle rejoining the fight with the shield. Although
It doesn't really matter. He kind of jumped straight into the enemy there.
health
That's-
is being demolished. The Griffins
Gonna be a
trying to go in
2v1
for the final
now.
Fight. Yeah, final fight for them. 2v1. All they have to do is find the last shots. They're not able
Can
to
they get the
find
crack?
it. But Watson
No.
has some beautiful shots.
Oh, and that's it. Spartans 2 going down.
The Griffins take it. I
No.
mean, a very good fight from both teams. They both have really
TSC
rough
here,
starts.
all red shields. That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
and
Oh, they're
trying
going to come
third
clean up.
party. Trying to third party the Griffins. Now, the Griffins had a full reset, so they should be fine going into this fight. Although they don't have as great armor as TSC Apex 2.
Oh no,
So
TSC,
interesting
they've
to
spotted
see
them.
how that works.
Sorry,
There we go.
TCS.
They take the damage, and they're going to take the engagement. The Crypto Drone's going to come out. The EMP is also coming out. Crypto making sure not to EMP himself. I don't think he hit anyone, though.
There's the Newcastle going down.
So much damage coming out. Who's going to be able to find more, though? 1 down from each team, 2 down
No.
from the other. It's a 1v1. It's up to the Crypto, the cleanup character. He managed to get 1. It's now a 1v1. I believe. I thought it was a 2v1 earlier, and it still was. Although the Crypto's just going to have to leave. Never mind.
Oh, no.
He managed to
He
find
caught the
another
Gibby.
fight. He can't.
Is he going to go down?
He takes quite a few shots. Can't find them with the triple
No.
take. He's down to 1, and he gets wiped. The
He-
Cobra Spit is coming in for a third party, and they take down a team that was in a really strong position.
No, it was TCS.
Really strong position.
Yeah, oh, sorry.
Either way, even though they got the third party, it doesn't matter. They're down to 1. That's not a great spot for them. As we said, the Hull Risers from earlier, such a dominant performance on this storm, on this World's Edge.
Just swarming through.
Swarming through every team, so many kills on the board indeed. Will they be able to continue it on? The Warriors holding a position up
Cobra
at the
Spitters
top.
A eliminated. We just missed that.
No, they got taken down by the Warriors.
Oh, well. Oh, that was that the nade.
Yeah.
Ah.
Hull Risers, they're pushing in. They're looking for kills. They're looking for a position in this next zone as well. It's just been revealed to...
Six
they're
teams
getting
left.
really aggressive. This is what we like to see. Just bully the other teams out of these spots. Get those kills on the board. A lot of damage.
Oh, SNC Rams eliminated.
Going down. We're,
BSA Griffins eliminated.
we're only at the 5th zone. We're down to 4 squads. This must be the quickest game of Apex we've seen so far. Usually by zone 5 we see at least 6 or 7 teams. So to see 4.
Beautiful shots there, but sadly getting cracked.
The Diamonds going out as well. We're just down to our last squads remaining. 3
squads.
all with 3 players alive. So it will just be who has the best position,
Oh, Hullraiser's missing
who has the
everything there.
most damage, and who has the best spot in this zone. Currently, that best spot is Hullrisers. They know where that zone is finishing. It should finish just on top of them. They
Hullraisers
have the best spot in the match.
Hullraisers taking a chapter out of, was it Cobra? No, Chimeras getting the high ground for this final zone. Trying to
A
use the
lot of
graph to pull him
damage.
in.
A lot of damage coming out. They actually do get the crack on the Newcastle, but if they move from this position, the third team will just win, and they know it. The zone is forcing them in towards that fight, though, so it will be interesting to see what they choose to do. This other...
Hull
the
Raisers-
Hull Raisers have the best spot. They should
Exactly.
win this match.
Hull Raisers seeing both teams here. CC Warriors.
The Warriors is
And
just
someone
being
else
bullied
that
in the
just-
middle.
Yeah. I'm not even sure if the Warriors can see Hull Raisers from their position.
I mean, if the...
Oh no, it's going down.
They're just getting shot from two different angles. There's nothing they
CC
can do.
Warriors
And
went
they
down.
do go down. We're down to a 3v3, the last two teams, to see who will take this win. I think it should be Hull Raisers based on their how they've been
Horizon
playing.
getting even more of the high ground.
They can't get up there though. They're not allowed to sit up there. The game does not like them. It will just be a 3v3. The lifeline ult from... Oh, it's the Chimera.
It is. Oh, they're trying to. They're trying to get the high ground.
They're trying to grapple onto them, but they're not able to. It's just going to be who gets the better zone, and right now that is Hull Raisers. So Hull Raisers should win this match. It's going to be a criminal
Look at
thing
this.
to do if the Chimeras can take this win.
Chimeras, knowing it's going to be a close engagement, using the Loba ult to change their weapons.
Enemy there.
I mean, they can't even take that. If they take that, it's going to get shot down by that rampart. There's literally nothing they can do.
Have Hull Raisers dropped down?
Yeah, they have dropped down, but they're
Over
just...
here.
They
Over
have a
here.
better position where the zone's going to finish, and they have better sight lines on our top team, our Chimeras. So we'll have to see what they all do. The final zone is coming in 4 seconds'
Oh,
time.
no.
Beautiful Thermite right on top of them. The lifeline will be able to kill a bit of damage, but it's not going to matter. So much damage comes out. The first knock, the second knock, both from the same Thermite. And they're just going to be able to clean up the last bits of damage.
And that's it.
We are winners.
Hull
for
Raisers
match 2.
A, the Apex Legends for Game 2.
Well, that is the second match done.
Beautiful there.
Yeah, I mean, Hull Raisers, such a dominant performance from the beginning to the end, managing to get so much damage out, so much work. They deserve that win. I mean, even then, we say this, right? But our top two teams, the teams that came first and second, Hull Raisers and Chimera, both got 16 kills on the board. It was just who had the higher win placement, and ultimately it ended with the Hull Raisers coming out on top.
Well, let's see. Overall, Hull Raisers 8 now in first place. Cambria Chimeras still in now in second,
Yeah.
and the Cobra Spitters A now in third.
Well, I think we'll talk more about them later on. We're going to cut to a break so we can have a breather. I need a drink, so we'll see what happens, and we'll talk
Game
about
3.
the last match more in a moment.
Yeah.
I need a drink.
Welcome back, everyone. Sorry for the extra delay. We've got our lobby bug, so we're just getting set up. Final game.
Yeah.
Hull Races A game. I have very confident the position that
The thermite grenades. Yeah, I mean, if you're being hit by a thermite, you really should just be moving away, not being there. You know, you really should just leave that position. But I mean, they didn't, and it cost them, and thus Hull Risers managed to take the win.
Yeah.
Instead of Cumbria.
Also, sorry, I realized I was muted.
You was muted.
I was muted.
Well,
So welcome back. We're having a bit of technical issues with the lobbies. Some of them have bugged, so we're just resetting them all up. Not really sure how long it's going to take. Hopefully it'll be soon. You're just
it
gonna
might
have to
take
deal
a
with us.
moment.
Yeah, you just have to deal with us for a little bit.
We currently have the in progress bug, the infamous custom lobby in progress bug, in which just whenever the game decides after a match has been played, it's gonna say that the match is still forever in progress, and the only way to fix it really is by doing a new match, setting up a new lobby. So it's gonna take a moment for the players to join back. It's gonna take a moment for everything to be set up. So hopefully it doesn't take too long. Hopefully the players get informed of their code as quick as possible.
Yeah, it's annoying. It happens. W game is what it is.
Is what it is.
Is what it is. Yeah, let's talk about some stats for game 2. Obviously, Hull Races A win with 16 kills. Top kills going to Faded 2999 and Zavstar. Ridiculous. 8 kills for Faded, 7 for Zavstar. Faded with nearly 3k damage. Zavstar with just over 2,000. Yeah, it was a crazy game, to be honest. There was just constant fighting, to be honest.
I mean,
Ever since drop, which
if we compare it to the first match, yeah, it played out so differently. We saw a lot more early engagements from a lot more teams. I mean, as I said, if it's a Northern Zone, we're gonna see Southern Zones fight, and that's exactly what we saw.
yeah,
All trying to get up the hill through those very few choke points, all killing each other on their way.
well, I think the problem was is that for the teams that rotated early, they made it further up, and then all the teams were caught, and then the teams that won that fight then were moving into those other teams who rotated earlier. So it was like just step by step by step, just constant fighting all the way. Well, there was 4 teams in the there was 4 or 5 teams in the 5th zone.
And then it just went down to 2 teams.
Yeah, and then it was pretty
Every
quickly
team
down to 2.
decided to fight each other. Every team decided to kill each other, and ultimately it led to just a 3v3, which was then won by just 1 thermite grenade. So I mean,
Pretty much, yeah. Poor CC Warriors there getting targeted by both teams trying to hide behind one pillar.
I mean, we're just trying to get the other lobby. Oh, we have out of the 3 lobbies we're running, 2 of them had some issues. So we're trying to set up both lobbies at the same time. So as we said, it might take a moment. I also need to set up my stuff because we're resetting to a new lobby. So we'll have to see. I mean, this gives the players a little bit of time to kind of sit down, relax.
Cool down, yeah. Their nerves.
Work out what they want to do. But I mean, we're going into, my favorite map. It's going to be...
It's an alright map.
It's going to... World's Edge, my favorite map. Not great on the loot pool, but I mean, if you look at the map, this is something I'll say all the time, but we need to fill a lot of time. The map is basically put into this big plus shape with 4 corners of the map. And any point, no matter where kind of the zone's going in any of those 4 points, if you're not in one of those, if you're not in whatever section of the map you're in, say if you're in this section over here and the zone's pulling down this way, you're going to have to go through the middle.
Yeah.
You're going to have to, no matter what, if you're not in the same section as where the zone is going, you're going through one of those key checkpoints on World's Edge that split up the map in that cross section, as I said. And if you get caught in those, you're going to be caught in kind of like a no man's land kind of area where it's kill or be killed because they are really bad spots to fight in unless you are the better team. I mean, in which we're seeing a lot of teams with really dominant performances today, which I like to see. The first match we saw, a bit more of a spread. Every team kind of had a fair chance, kind of did whatever they want. And as we came into game 2, it just seemed to be 2 teams dominating the entire lobby, who then had a final 3v3 that only real reason the Cumbria had lost it was because they all decided to stand on that one thermite, which, I mean, ultimately made it a 3v1. I mean, to be fair, they didn't have a great position. The zone was slowly closing in.
Yeah,
the only spot they had was that car.
And if they pushed,
thermite.
Yeah, and if they pushed out, then Hull Racers would have shot them anyway. So I'm guessing they were thinking they could tank the thermite damage, but this wasn't meant to be.
They wasn't able to. Maybe 2 thermites came out. It did seem like quite a bit of damage. So I'm going to make the assumption it was 2. But making it sound that it was 1 thermite just sounds a bit cooler. We're going to go with that.
We're going to go with, the 1 thermite win,
The 1 thermite win. Thermite is the MVP for Storm Point.
For Storm Point, this
B versus F.
Yeah, let's have a quick look at the overall standings for these.
We might as well.
These 2 games, the top 5. We've got Hull Racers A with 36 points and 20 kills. Kind of ridiculous, 36 kills in 2 games.
Yeah.
Cumbria Chimeras, 28 points, 18 kills in second. Obviously, we've got Cobra Spitters A with 26 with 11 kills. ESC Squad with 24 points and 19 kills. They've just been running around murdering everyone. And then you have SNC Rams in 5th with 19 points and 9 kills. I can't remember who was playing in the first week, but they're definitely not the same players as this week. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe some of the players got swapped out. They can't make it anymore.
I think it is the same. I think most players will be playing on their same teams. Either way, looking at agent picks as well, while we're at it, because we're still here. Still, the top 3 most played is still Lifeline, Pathfinder, and Newcastle. Gibby, Bangalore Bloodhound now is our next top 3. Maggie wasn't even played in Storm Point, so maybe E-District is just a Maggie map for our players. I mean, she's definitely not that good on Storm Point, so I'm glad that we didn't see any of them in that match.
There was no Catalyst either.
No, you're right, there was no Catalyst. But
there was an Octane.
There was an Octane, but we did see some introduction of 4 new legends we haven't seen today.
Yeah.
We saw the Loba, the Valkyrie, the Vantage, and the Mirage. 4 legends. I mean, Loba and Valkyrie, kind of good on the map. Definitely Valkyrie. Loba's a little bit. Vantage, definitely good on Storm Point. A lot of open sight lines, a lot of space for Vantage to use and work with that ultimate, which she might not be the best legend in the game, but if you can hit even just 1 shot with her ultimate during a fight, that is so much damage applied to that one individual. And if you work correctly with your teammates, you should be able to eliminate them all fairly quickly. So yeah, I love the Vantage pick on Storm Point. But the Mirage, it's a clown. He's a clown.
Many people.
Don't play Mirage. Honestly, Octane does more than Mirage right now.
Thank you.
Although Mirage does do something that is quite unique. While we're having to fill a lot of time while these lobbies set up, we might as well. With the new season, and all the updates since we last were here for the Apex Cups. There's some new mechanics that have come in. It now visually shows you above each enemy how much health they have, how much shield they have. But Mirage has a unique thing where it doesn't actually say it on him, I can't remember if it's an upgrade or if it's just neutral because no one plays him. But that is kind of the only real thing Mirage has. And even then, it's not great because for how many years now Apex has been out, everyone is kind of got that muscle memory built up of how much damage to crack someone,
Yeah.
how much damage until they're 1 HP, even though your ranked teammates will call out that they're 1 when they still have full shield and full HP. You know,
Yeah.
people have learned. And I mean, now there's a visual aid, so if they are saying they're 1 and you do shoot them and they're still full HP, you just don't have good teammates.
You can call cap.
You need to find some new teammates, and if it is ranked, then I mean, it's ranked. Ranked isn't fun.
Yeah, no, up. Well, it was Chimeras using the Loba pick, which I actually quite like because they were being super aggressive and they were using the Loba TP to like flank and stop the other teams from running away. We saw it with that one Gibby, you know.
Well, apparently we're gonna throw it back to just a quick short break, just to give the players a little bit more time to come in. So we'll be back when the match is ready, and we will hopefully see you.
Hopefully see you soon.
When nobody's awake, there's a light away.
And welcome back.
The
I mean,
time.
fourth time. Yeah, I would say game 4, but no. Still getting ready for game 3. There's just a few more teams that need to join our lobby for, groups B and F. And we should be able to jump into World's Edge.
Yeah. I mean, might as well talk about World's Edge while we're about to go into it. Compared to the last two at this point, I don't even know what's going to happen because every time we go to a map, I make a prediction and it goes the other way, which I predict it will go.
Well, you predicted that all the southern teams are going to fight, and it did. So
yeah, but usually Stormpoint is a bit more of a, rotate defensive kind of thing. But I mean, World's Edge, it completely depends. We joke about that last year, it was always a southern pull.
let's see
We
if it's
haven't
the same.
seen any southern pulls so far, so on World's Edge. So hopefully we keep it that way. I would prefer to keep it that way. I like the North Zone pulls. I think they're the best. A lot more completely different terrain to how it's played, and a lot. The southern side is very lava based, very kind of open. All of that. Bits and bobs. My brain is going blank.
It is.
We've
They
had so
said-
many tech issues today.
Just trying to fix
we're
all is a
fighting
bit annoying.
through it.
But yeah, we heard 30 seconds, so hopefully we'll be going in. Soon.
Hopefully we'll get to see who finally wins the B versus F.
It's going to be such an Apex thing if we go in and the lobby crashes.
Please don't. We've had so many tech issues today. I'd like to quickly say a massive well done. We have the smallest team we've had in a very long time, so I'd like to give a round of applause to our team behind the scenes. So
Yeah, dealing with all
thank
these
you to
tech
them
issues.
for dealing with the issues. And I've also heard that we're now going in. So
That's
enough
great.
praise, and we can finally get to see what legends we're going to be seeing shortly when the game decides to boot us in.
There we go. We're
They're
booting
loading
in. Well, let's get it. Last map, World's Edge. Game 3 of week 3. Let's go straight into it.
Possibly the most important match as well. Like we said earlier, this is kind of the point where we start working out who our top kind of 10 teams are. So hopefully we'll get to see a bit more.
Sadly, only one of S&C Rams. Yeah, lots of lifelines. Newcastle. QB. Pathfinder.
Another Vantage pick from the Griffins. I like it. I quite like Vantage. I don't think she's the greatest, but I do like her.
Loba from St. David's.
Yeah, it seems like teams aren't afraid to change up what they want to experiment with, what they want to use. Either way, the dropship's ready. The players are good to go. The
Let's
zone.
have a quick look at the
is gonna
zones,
start
shall we?
making its way in. There we
Ooh.
go. Another
Another
northern pool. Is
Oh
it
God,
just,
it's going to be the absolute reverse.
it's just going to always be northern poles. Oh no. We've had a complete flip from the last cups. Well, I mean, that's good though, because it means we get something new
Yeah.
compared to last year. Well, not last year, sorry. Last cups. Just shy of a year ago, nearly a year ago. Either way, every team is now going to be landing. We see a lot of teams landing towards that western side. I mean, a lot more teams now dropping towards the east too. I mean, this is kind of what we saw last week as well. We saw a lot of western side teams all
That location
kind of battle it
interests
out
me.
and all kind of do what they can.
An enemy.
Got Cambria here.
Yeah, they're just grabbing their loot. They're using an Octane.
Of course they are. Why would they not? He's the best champion.
Well, it's not even champion. It's a
Legend.
Oh dear.
So many people are going to get angry.
Yeah, I could use
Barrel
that.
stabilizer here. Level
Yeah,
3.
I'm angry that you keep calling them not legends. Either way, it seems like already Hull Risers, again, continuing their performance. Not even some tech issues can stop them from their early engagements. They're already taking another fight.
Yeah, they're going straight in on the contest.
Yeah, they've already got one knock. That will just be a 2v3 now. I believe the Griffins are also in an early contest over by Overlook. So, I mean, I don't think Griffins want to take this. I think they're trying to find a better position. They know that, I mean, the Pathfinder only has a Sentinel and a 30-30. Two guns that you don't really want to be close, necessarily. Two very strong guns, don't get me wrong, can be used as mini shotguns, but not the greatest at close range compared to others. Anyway, the Griffins are just trying to, like we said, trying to find their position, trying to see what they can do, try and get some early damage, maybe initiate off of that, but it seems like this other team are actually going to start pushing them. Never mind. The Cumbria is actually managing just to jump straight onto a team using the
Octane
pad. The early bubble comes out to defend. It's just Octane on his own. He's just taking a 1v3. He manages to get the first knock. He can't find the second, though. Gets knocked himself. His teammates absolutely nowhere near. They will be able to reset. Hopefully, maybe. But, I mean, Octane, maybe a bit of power in his brain. Decided to push, and it's going to cost them.
Too much of the speed juice. Just missing those shots there.
Over here. Follow me.
I mean, a lot of damage coming out from the onto the Griffins. They should be fine for now. I mean, ideally, they should be trying to leave. That will probably be the best thing for them to do, and it seems like what they are doing.
Go there.
Pathfinder should also be looking for that care package, getting a little bit more on the board for their Evos. It doesn't matter, though. The Warriors managing to get themselves a kill on the board over towards the the southern side of the map. Don't know who they're fighting, but regardless, whoever it is, they're doing quite well against them. Managing to get a crack on both of the last two players. The nade spams will be coming out now. It's just going to be a matter of moments until they manage to find the last kill. The lifeline ult comes out as well, the mini bubble. Some nice,
and that's one knock.
Nice massive shots. They do manage to find the kill.
They found the other.
It's a 3v1 now.
Is it going to be a thermite win? No, it's not.
No, not another one. Although it does seem like they managed to escape for now. Warriors aren't too keen on pushing. Oh, here we go. So I believe Cambria had to lose one of their players. They maybe had to go, maybe didn't have enough time, which is why they pushed to try and get a kill on the board. I mean, that's not great for them. They kind of need that.
DC Warriors rushing down there. Went the wrong way, though.
London Loud. They've actually managed to get the strongest POI to themselves. I don't know why teams aren't landing here. Our top teams really should be. I don't know why they're not, but I mean, London Loud aren't going to complain. They've got one of the best POIs all to themselves.
Yeah. Derby Diamonds. One of them already gone. Then Newcastle seem to be in a bit of a situation as well. CC Warriors
finally managed to find that last
kill
they were after.
They took out Cambria, is it?
Over there.
The game didn't tell us.
Oh, no, it didn't.
The game chose not to let us know who they took out. Either way, ESC squad, sorry, ESC, I did say that right, are actually managing to find themselves in a little bit of a contest. I believe this is our duo we saw earlier. They should be able to clean this up relatively easy. One of the top teams versing a duo. The lifeline.
I'm pretty sure that lifeline didn't even shoot back, yeah.
And that is them going down also. We're down to 12 squads in the first zone. It hasn't even closed yet. 31 players. We're about halfway through the player count. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how these teams react to this northern side pull. It's pulling very far north from the looks of it too. So we'll have to see what happens and how teams decide to rotate towards this northern pull. I mean, like we can see, every team is slowly coming up now. Eventually they'll all get there. Only 12 squads, so there will be quite a lot of room in that zone. Although I can see on the map, a lot of teams are stuck pretty much outside of Zone 1. Or close to the edges of it. So that's not a good position for most of the lobby. I mean, just from a quick count, I think I can count like 7 or 8 teams all towards the southern side.
You know, that's what they can do. Trying to find out who was on that team.
Well, I mean, ESC bringing back the Maggie. We didn't see them on Stormpoint. We did see we did see a couple people use them on I was about to say Broken Moon. Not that map. On E District. Yeah, they're just going to be making their rotations. They're one of our top teams, currently 4th in the overall for this lobby. So yeah, they're just trying to look for a really good last game. They're gonna try and take out Hull Risers if they manage to find them. I mean, to be fair, the teams don't know who they're fighting. They just know that they have. All they know is they have guns, they have abilities.
They have gun, they shoot.
And they are trying to shoot
They
back.
must kill. Ooh,
Cobra Spitters.
some beautiful shots there.
Yeah, beautiful shots. Does overburst at the gun, and we'll get some heals off as well. The nade actually coming out from the Gibby, getting the first knock into this fight. They're now going to have
There goes the Arc
confidence
Star.
to push in.
There goes the nade.
Spam's coming out.
The
as
Newcastle
well.
jumping in.
So much stuff is happening. I believe there's 3
There you
teams
go, that's one
actually here
down.
right now. 3 teams all fighting. Cobra
Trying to run
Spitters
away.
Trying to run away. Trying to get out of this fight, but there's
he's
not
down.
able to do it.
Are the Cobra Spitters going to be taken
I
out?
think the Cobra Spitters are going to go down. They got third-partied unknowingly. I think
Oh,
there's
no.
actually a 4th team now fighting them. There are so many teams. Even the Warriors are making their way now to this zone. Maybe they're trying to get it to zone. Maybe they're trying to join this fight.
Oh,
I
there it is.
believe-
There's the big fight.
I believe there were 4 to 5 teams just in that one hill, all battling it out, taking down the Cobra Spitters, our 3rd place
go.
team. They're not going to be able to get any more points on the board.
Newcastle.
with the res.
CC Warriors now joining in.
Yeah, I mean, every team wants a piece of this fight. When a massive fight breaks out, you take any chance you can to third party it, especially when one of the top competing teams is already out from it.
Hostile spot. Enemy over there.
We'll have to see how it continues
Constantly
to
ping.
go. Yeah, they're leaving now, as they should. They're going to set up in that truck just for now, maybe
Ooh,
some time
one of
to
them
reset.
cracked.
Let's go over there.
Trying to go over to the hills.
Yeah, I mean,
Target spotted.
Warriors now, the only thing they can do is reset. And honestly, I don't blame them. Even the Griffins are here in this fight as well. So many teams just want in on this fight. I mean, frankly, I can see why. They're all the Southern teams all kind of meeting up in this one point now. We'll have to see
Care package over there.
what is happening. The Kraber is going to be in play in this match if any team decides to pick that up.
Oh, that'd be
Thank you,
very
Pathfinder, for
interesting.
letting us know.
The Griffin's still in a fight. One of them going down though.
Yeah.
Is the
I mean,
Pathfinder going down? Just
even if they
managing to
don't, it's
escape.
basically a loss for them. They're not going to be in the next zone. They're not going to be able to get a nice, easy rotate. A lot of teams will see them on it. Even though we've seen so much fighting happening towards the mid of the map, only 10 squads remain. Oh, sorry, still 10 squads remain. And Hull Risers are still one of those top squads.
Yeah.
Let's explore that
I
way.
mean, they're just trying to get a good position now.
Hostile over there.
I mean, frankly, what else can you do, if I'm honest? The only
They're
thing left
probably-
to do is get a good zone.
Yeah, they're probably the most north group out of all of them.
I mean, even then, we're still seeing fights towards Epicenter.
Oh, here goes the Ash ult.
I mean, the Ash on top of the Lifeline ultimate. The biggest counter is high ground for the Lifeline ultimate.
But they're getting shot.
Being attacked by another team.
Yeah, it's another third party.
Yeah, we
Newcastle
cannot-
able to run away.
We cannot just have a normal 3v3. There has to be another team.
Welcome to
third party
Apex.
also.
The
Yeah,
Ash about
welcome
to go down. It's ESC. Oh,
The Maggie seems to be lagging a little bit.
coming in there. They just can't hit. Yeah, they're definitely lagging. For ESC.
Might be having some ping issues, but their team managed to take them down regardless. We're down to 8 squads and we're only at turn 3.
It's another third party.
So many
Leamington
bodies.
on ESC right now. They have the high ground. There's the EMP.
I mean, they're not going to be able to do much, but I mean, what can they do, right? If they take this fight, they're probably going to lose it, get taken out on the engagement. They know it. They're not going to take it. They're just trying to look for some damage, break those doors open with nades.
Holrice is getting another down. ESC in a bit of a bad situation right here.
Yeah, but they do manage to get out. Leamington not able to find enough damage. They do actually get one knock. It's not going to matter too much though. The Lifeline Newcastle combo are going to be working really well together. The Newcastle just get out a little bit, just about as well. So they're going to be able to reset. Leamington are going to have to leave. Quite unfortunate for them.
Holrice is now all red shields.
Yeah,
They're just playing for the long game.
Shields. They're in a really good spot. The zone they seem to be the only one in the next ring, not the ring that every team's going to now, the very next ring. Zone 4, sorry, Zone 5. So, yeah, they are in the best spot. They're looking to win it again. They have a gold box and a care package next to them also.
Havoc here.
Will they take the Havoc? Maybe, maybe not. It's not the greatest hair pack gun, so right now, regardless though, it's still a very strong gun.
Here's the duo Cambria, one of the last 8 teams. Some beautiful shots there. Going for that Newcastle.
But does it matter when there is a Newcastle in play? Not really. I mean, they're going to have to leave now. They see the next zone. They know that they need to go.
Just scouting out all the other players. Some beautiful shots there from their Pathfinder.
I mean, just they're in a really bad spot, if I'm honest. They need to start rotating early. If I'm just from what I can see, where
it gonna
the teams
be
are placed,
Another hill finish like the first week.
it will be. I mean, maybe that's the new gimmick for World's Edge. Is
All of them are
Northern
gonna finish on
Pools
hill.
and hills. The hills and Northern Pool legends is what we're gonna call this from now on. I mean, yeah, they're just. Every team is just taking nitpicks at each other. No one really wants to fight until this zone forces them to. Although ESC might have to force an engagement, they're not really in a good spot in zone. Cumbria definitely are going to have to force an engagement shortly. Pulverize is just chilling in the
They're
next
just chilling.
zone.
Yeah.
Like, they're not worried at all.
No, you know, they found a nice rock. They've set up. They're just waiting.
I mean, they're using the rampart walls as well to make sure they're set up fine and correctly.
Well, they are
Wraith
spotted by
as well.
someone.
A Wraith, if anything goes south, they can just TP out, get a few moments for a reset.
Here we go, ESC making their push. Oh, beautiful shots there. Trying to get the next shield down.
I mean, yeah, like I said, we're just in this state. They're kind of a stalemate where no team really wants to fight. Every team has that cover where they don't necessarily need to fight. So, I mean, yeah, we're just kind of waiting for the zone to force all these teams in. The only thing I can really think of that might change the outcome of this game is if Pulverizers get a bit too aggressive. That's the only way I can really see them. I mean, they're not in the very next zone, so they will have to push a little bit. They might not win, but they definitely are going to get a lot of points on the board.
ESC sneaking up on Hullraisers there.
The Diamonds managing to find one knock onto a Pathfinder, and they get the kill. That's another kill on the board for them. Their teammate managed to find one as well. They're just in a 3v1 for this kind of area in the zone. Tries the Newcastle ult up, but isn't able to, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Will they be able to find the last kill? I mean, it is a rampart. They have to respect the rampart. They can't just get too aggressive on that. They are just going to completely respect it and leave it outright. I mean, you laugh, but I do not blame them for doing it.
To be fair, yeah,
Do
they're
not
all
mention
low
the
on their
rampart.
shields. But I think
They're
they're,
just being pressured.
yeah,
by
they're pushing
other
into-
teams.
although they found the building, the Cambria duo still alive in the top 5 squad.
I mean, yeah, still alive, but is it going to be enough to break the top 5? They're not in zone. They
Their
have quite a
Pathfinder
long
just
spot to rotate.
slowly scanning the area.
This way, let's go.
I mean, Hull Risers.
Hull Risers,
current
yeah.
leaders.
Still on their rocks. Oh,
Current leaders by 8 points. They're in a great spot, but they will have to rotate soon. Cumbria fighting for their lives, trying to get a kill, but can't find it.
They're-
Diamonds down to 1. They're also going to be pressured as they come up. They're
Oh,
not going to
no.
be able to live, if I'm honest. And they
That's
go
it.
down 2. We're down to our top 3. 9
We should go
players
here.
remaining.
I'm not
Hull
sure there. It
Risers
seemed like
one of-
Cambria's Pathfinder was just AFK, AFK in the zone. But yeah, last 3 squads, we've got CC Warriors,
I mean, we have some of our top
the
squads.
Hull Raisers A,
Yeah,
and
two
ESC
of our top
squads,
here.
ESC Warriors.
2 of our top squads and the Warriors, who are, I mean, still in 7th. This is still anyone's game. I think Warriors might have the best position, but it doesn't matter. They've lost 1. And they're being pressured
No.
by both
2
teams.
down.
Warriors are going to lose another. ESC squad are just running them over. They managed to get a few picks. They're just trying to clean up. There's only
They
one
found them.
squad left. I mean, one of them
Oh,
did
no.
get knocked, though.
ESC, one down.
It's a 2v2, I believe. They're trying
Zam's still
to
looking
get
like he's going to
picks
go
where
down
they
2.
can.
It doesn't matter. The Rampart gets 2.
The Sheila does so much damage. I
Sorry,
believe
Sheila.
it's a 2v1. The finish does come out. It will remain a 2v1. No lifeline res, but they're both pushing up to try and get this last kill. They're both at full HP. They should win this. All they have to do is work as a team. And then
They can hear the
get it.
shield.
It's just a 2v1
And
against
that's it.
Maggie, and they manage to do it. They clean it out.
Hull Raisers A, the champions of Game 3.
Yeah, very good performance. Very well done to them. We're going to have a quick look at the final scores as they get added to my sheet. Hopefully, maybe if my sheet works.
I've got it.
You have got it. I've got
Yeah.
it too. So the overall scores, we'll see Hull Risers take first place with 58 total points. ESC squad managing to get in there as well with 42. Cumbria with 35, CC Warriors with 29, and TCS Apex with 28.
And can we just talk about Hull Raisers A? 3 games and an average placement of 2.3.
Yeah, that is really good. I mean, they've got first back to back
Yeah.
on Stormpoint and World's Edge. So very well done performance from all of them. I quickly want to have a look at who our top player was. Our MVP. Our MVP in terms of kills was Hyper Igniter with 15 kills across the 3 matches. And I mean, even Xavster, I believe is how it's pronounced, getting the most damage with 6,615. Very strong and well done performance to everyone today. Even through the tech issues we managed to get through.
Yeah.
It all. And I
Yeah.
mean, overall, today's lobby was pretty good. A lot of teams now showing their capabilities, showing that they deserve to be in that finals lobby. I think at this point that most teams are in that kind of top 5, top 10 should be confirmed as long as they keep playing the way they are. Those bottom 10 teams, these are the next 2 weeks are the most vital weeks for them. If they can't do it, then they will never be able to, and they won't see that grand finals that the other 20 will see.
Exactly. Well, thank you very much for tuning into week 3 of the Student Champs Cups. It's been a bit of a rough few games with
Few
technical
games.
issues, but hopefully the game's made up for it. We had a super aggressive bunch. They were just, well, at least the top 3 teams were. They were running around,
Yeah.
taking everybody out. Yeah, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.